Hello and welcome to the Legalise Cannabis WA Party's YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Leo Treasure. I'm the former president of the party and now will be taking the assistant secretary role, filling in for Scott Shortland, who sadly recently passed away. My condolences to his family and friends, and I want to thank Scott for his efforts in the cause. So I phoned my local member and he was pretty surprised that I was asking about legalizing cannabis, because he said that I was like the second or third person that had brought it up. So he just thought it wasn't important. So the purpose of this video is to let our elected representatives know how we feel and how important it is that we get the law changed. So a bit of background: we formed the party about 3 years ago. We got 2 MPs elected to the upper house, and unfortunately the Labor Party has most of the MPs in the upper house. So really we just need to get the message to the elected representatives in the Labor Party that we want change. So if we're all going to be communicating with MPs about cannabis, it may help to achieve success faster if we all have some key points to bring up. So feel free to come up with your own, but here's some that I've come up with. Cannabis is already legal for medicinal use, but it's strictly regulated. So also you need a prescription from a doctor, and not all doctors are authorized. There's a lot of paperwork, and so it's difficult and expensive. Hemp too is also legal, but strictly regulated as well, like medicinal. And there's onerous requirements for the growers to do like regular testing for THC, and not being able to use the whole plant, which reduces their crop yields. And we want to change the laws to be able to grow for recreational as well as medicinal for adults over 18. And if people want to sell cannabis for consumption, then I think regulations should apply to ensure consistent product labels and quality control. So in this video, we're going to use an AI chatbot to help us write an email to our members of parliament. Now we're ready to get started using the chatbot to help us draft an email. So the link to the chatbot is in the video description below. How does it work? We'll go through it now, but basically it will try to give you helpful information about legalizing cannabis, and it knows a bit about our party. So you can see it looks a bit like this. It's just a website that you can go to in your browser. If you're on Android, use the browser app on your phone, like Chrome or Firefox. And if you've got an iPhone, you can download a dedicated app called Poe. That's spelled P-O-E. And then you can click that chatbot link in the description below, and that should bring you to our bot on your iPhone. So now that we've got the bot here, we should give it something to work with. So let's put in, start writing an email to my MP about how hard it is to get cannabis and how the current medical only policy is causing more harm than good. Okay, and this is what it's coming up with. So that's pretty good, but it's also a bit long. So it can get pretty tiring reading through all this. That's a lot of, and it's come up with 2 examples. So let's just go make it shorter. Okay, and this is a bit of a bug with the bot. It just really likes to output a lot of text. So what we do is just copy this bit and just put it into our email program or a word processor and just work with a short amount of text. All right, moving on. What if we wanted to include a bit in our email about driving laws? So write a section on driving laws. Yep, this all looks pretty sensible. Again, it's really long, so probably just grab a few paragraphs or a few sentences and just copy and paste them, and we can use these in the email. But the main kind of thing is to personalize it. But I just want to show you a few extra things you can do. The bot can also get pretty creative. So I'll put draft email to my MP in an Australian accent. And you can see it's saying, "G'day, MP name. I'm writing to yous regarding legalisation. Oh, the dank in Western here. Westralia, mate." Okay, so this is probably a bit too much. So we can even just say, dial it down a bit. And you can see it's getting a bit mixed up now. It's talking about removed colloquialisms, and so this isn't too useful. I mean, some of this is okay. Prohibition has failed to stop use, but created opportunities for criminal organisations. So yeah, if you ever find the bot's just getting confused, you can click this broom here, and that just refreshes it. And so you're starting from a clean slate now, because the bot remembers kind of what the conversation has been. So yeah, just use that if you ever need to start afresh. So like I was saying before, you want to put personal stories in your emails. We want to come across to the MPs as real people, because we are real people. And yeah, I mean, I'll share what I said in my email to my local member. I said I just got a medical cannabis prescription, and I talked about how expensive it was, and that the current medical cannabis only policy is not working well. In general, for not just for me, but for, like, I know friends who are not getting prescriptions because it's just too hard and it's too expensive. And we've all got something different to say about cannabis. There's lots of different topics we can collectively bring up. Some of us would like to see less stigma in our community, or a reduction in alcohol-fueled violence. Some of us would like to be able to drive without fear of losing our license, driving when we're not stoned, like just a few days later when we're feeling okay. The THC in our bodies, that's enough to lose your license for 10 months. So, and you can always ask the bot to expand on any ideas you've got. It's quite capable. You can even ask it to write poetry. I won't go through that now. It's not really useful to write poetry to MPs, because they're probably not going to take that seriously. So to conclude your email, you just want to write kind regards, or yours sincerely, your full name, and it's up to you if you want to put your address, your residential address at the bottom. If you do, it does add a bit more credence to that you live in WA. It's not just some guy on the internet. And also, if you want to go a step further, print it out, buy a stamp and send it as a letter. It's a bit more work, but politicians do, I think, generally place a higher value on letters, and that way it doesn't go into a spam folder. I mean, particularly if you're using a free email address, they do tend to go to spam. So I hope you found this useful. I'll try to keep the video short. I hope you have fun writing an email or a letter. Please comment on the video if you enjoyed it, and share some of your chatbot results in the comments. I would really like to read what you guys come up with as well. And yeah, if you want to know how to contact your MPs, there'll be some notes in the description as well. So please like and share this video with your friends and family. Show your friends and family the chatbot. We want to get as many people in our community to let their MPs know that we want to change the laws on cannabis. And the more of us to take action, the more momentum we gain for change. So yeah, start the conversation, follow us on social media, and see you in the next one.